Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the video. Welcome to my garage. In this video, we're going to be installing a switch panel in ratchet. So originally, I was going to do ratchet with all just flip switches because that was going to be nice and simple. But I've decided to mount a switch panel in here. I'm going to leave the ignition and the fuel pump switches as toggle switches. They'll be standalone, but I'm going to change this little dash piece and I'm going to install the switch panel on here because I think it'll be cleaner and it'll be nicer and it'll just be easier in the long run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this piece of aluminum. I'm going to cut a new one. I'm going to re-drill holes for these two switches, and then I'm going to mount the switch plate on here for that. And then I'm going to take the passenger seat out of here and I'm going to install the fuse block on this bulkhead back here, and then I'll run the wires, and then basically that should be about it. And then I'll take the camera in here and we'll press some buttons around and see how it works. So the kit I got is from Auxbeam. I think they call it their 8-gang switch panel system. And I will have a link in the description to this. It costs, I think it costs around 160 bucks. It does cost 160 bucks. I will have a coupon code in there from the manufacturer that will get you guys 10% off. So I think it'll get you 10% off this, and probably, I'm guessing, 10% off of anything else from their website because they have a lot of LED lights and stuff like that. So let me break down what it actually is and show you where I installed everything. So I installed the switch panel, 8 switches right there, and like I said, there's a comm wire that runs from here down. It runs along my loom here, comes across the floor, comes up here, and then there's another little pigtail right here where it screws together, and then it communicates with the fuse panel. Going from there down, over, and back up, and then there's probably about 20 inches extra that I spooled up down there. So the extension that they give you with it is pretty long, because I went from the dash back to there and I had a little bit of extra. So on the fuse panel, I've got positive, I've got negative. There is this red wire here is actually meant for accessory power. So if you were mounting this in a regular vehicle, you would run accessory power to this, which just means you would tap into any circuit. When you turn on your ignition, then this would become live, and then it would allow this to do its thing. Otherwise, when you turn off the key, it would take power away from this red wire, and then it would take power away from this so that it goes on and off with your switch. But since I'm not running mine that way, what I did is I just took this red wire, ran it right around, and I tap it right back into here. So anytime, this is my main battery disconnect, anytime I turn that on, this becomes live, and then this becomes live. So anytime I turn this on, the fuse panel is live. Now, I don't really have a lot in Ratchet yet, so the only thing that's really hooked up, I started hooking some things up here, but the only thing that's really hooked up right now is my light bar. So I've got 2 wires that come off of here. The way that this is set up, I've got a fuse in there for the light bar, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8 switches. The other 4 are on this side. And they have a positive and a negative. What I did for the light bar is I hooked the positive and the negative up. That way I don't have to run my negative to the chassis or to the bus bar or anything like that. So then that runs down around there, and then it actually comes up under the dash. You can see some of it here. And then it comes up to the actual light bar. So what I do is, when I'll hop in here, I turn on my battery. And then as soon as you turn on the battery power, you know, some of these light up. And then if I hit my light bar, you know, a little light goes on, letting you know that that's on. And I don't think you can see, but the light bar actually turned on. Let's get a shot of that. This will be actually pretty cool because it's nighttime right now, so I'm going to turn off these lights. And first, I'm going to leave the light covers on, so we'll see how it shines through that. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's still actually pretty bright. I mean, you can't stare right at it. It's kind of cool though. It's got like a yellowish glow to it. But let's take these off. See how bright it is. Boom. It's pretty bright. Ooh, damn, it's bright looking right at them. I mean, it lights up quite a bit. Alright, we're done playing with the light bar, but I gotta put my emoji light covers back on. I love these things. So anyways, that's about it. The biggest thing that it does, I mean, I think this one, it's not programmable, but for 160 bucks, it really cleans up my dash. And then I think, personally myself, I think it makes it real easy to hook accessories up or remove accessories or whatever you want, just working off of this fuse block. I've got this fuse block here, and this is going to be for my accessories. Like, I've got, I'm going to have my front headlights, the light bar, radio, GPS, and then I've got 4 more options here when I figure out maybe like dome lights, backup lights. I'll probably run out of options before I know it. But I like having this fuse block separate from this fuse block because this is all fuel injection stuff. I don't really want to mix that with the lights and things like that. So this puts my lightings and accessories at a separate spot that's, you know, it's easy to access. It's going to be more difficult when the seat's in here, but it should be easy enough to get to. Plus, if I'm actually out, you know, using the Baja and something goes wrong with this, it's just lights and whatnot. It's not as critical as the fuel injection. Boom. Sweet. I don't know why I get so excited over that. That's cool though. That cleans up the dash. I'm actually quite happy with how this dash is panning out. I like having these for my ignition, fuel. That's cool. I wanted these mechanical so they're as simple as possible. And now I've got this thing for lights and whatnot. And then I'm going to have some sort of GPS in here. Haven't figured that out yet. And I'm also going to have a radio. I don't know where the radio's going to go, but I have a lot of room around here where I could work with this stuff. My guess is the radio maybe will be down here and the GPS maybe up here. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far. Either way, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe this is helping you. Like I said, I'm going to have a link in the description for this, and there will be a coupon code in there. I think it gives you 10% off anything. Not 100% sure. Definitely 10% off of this. Either way, if you guys want to check it out, check it out. Other than that, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care.